Okay, wanted to do a quick impromptu video here, and obviously lots of media inquiries today on TSA's report that was issued by Department of Homeland Security, the red teams, and failing 67 out of 70 of the test. So right now, obviously very early in the story to understand all of the context and what's really happened in this case. A couple of things to consider about this. First, this is a report that TSA obviously needs to take very seriously and find out why those failures did occur. Was this a systemic failure? Is the system really broke, which I don't think it is? Or were these specific failures that were caused by training issues or performance issues or technology issues? So they need to assess why the breaches occurred and then make the fixes. The good news is that the good guys found these, not the bad guys. When the bad guys find problems, the people die. And it's good that the good guys have found these. And let's also remember a couple other things about the good guys here. These people are experts at the system. These people understand the system inside and out. Think of the old wonderful movie, of course, Top Gun. They sent pilots up against the best of the best so that they could become better. You kind of have a similar situation here. You have people who are absolute experts at what they do, and they're showing the gaps in the system. So let's find out why those failures occurred, and then let's move forward in fixing them. And really, I think the important thing right now is what we do moving forward, what we do as a country, as a system moving forward. We need to look, is the current system working? Is it detecting the things it's supposed to detect? Were these anomalies simply because there's experts in the system that know how to penetrate the system, so they figured it out, whereas average bad guy doesn't have that level of knowledge, but could? So we need to look at, is the system doing what it's designed to do? The other consideration that we need to look at is, what will we do moving forward? What will the organization do moving forward? Keeping in mind right now, TSA is in transition. Administrator Pistol left the position a while back. The new administrator is going through the confirmation process now. So it's in a period of limbo as they switch from one administrator to another. And I think that's really what we need to look at moving forward. What will TSA do now moving forward? I have a lot of friends that work for TSA. They're very proud of what they do. They take their jobs very seriously. So I know that they're probably very embarrassed by this report, and they're all looking internally to see what they can do to fix it. So I think moving forward, it'll be more interesting to see what TSA does in response in terms of changing the system. And then ultimately, I want to stress that whatever they do, the system still needs to operate. We hear this in industry a lot. Safety is our number one priority. Security is our number one priority. Really isn't. In transportation, moving people and things is our number one priority. Doing it safely and securely is the goal, is the objective there. If safety and security were truly our number one priority, we just would quit flying, because that, if you want to be safe and not have an incident in a plane, well, then don't get in a plane. So that's not the goal. The goal is we need to continue to make the system work in a safe and secure manner, and not in a way that puts a tremendous amount of burden on the passengers, on the airports, on the airlines. So let's see the flexibility here with TSA and see how things move forward at this point. Do I think the system is broken? No, I don't think the system is broken. I think that there are several weaknesses that may have been identified. That needs to be addressed, and those issues need to be fixed. Do I think people should be concerned about flying? I don't. I still fly all the time. I understand the system obviously a little bit better than others, but I don't worry about it as much. I think that by and large the system does what it's supposed to be doing. Can the system get better? Absolutely, the system can get better. And I think this is a great opportunity. I think this is a great opportunity for TSA to look at how can they make the system better. And with risk-based security, I think it's a great process. Being a security professional, we know that you can't protect everything, and you can't screen everybody at the same level, because when you look at everything, eventually you look at nothing. So I think we need to look at that in terms of a risk-based response here. Where did these breaches occur? How did they occur? Were they performance issues? Were they training issues? How did all of that play out? And once we can assess this, then we can determine where the true weaknesses are. And really, at the end of the day, we can just ask ourselves, were these people just experts in the system that were able to get through? I want to stress, you're never going to be at a point where you're 100% safe and secure. And even if you want to sit at home and do nothing, you'll probably die of heart disease. So you've got to do something. So get out there and do something, knowing that there is no certainty. There is no 100%. If somebody really wants to attack the system, they will likely find a way to do it. But our goal in aviation security, and everyone's goal in aviation security, is to make it as difficult as possible. It's deterrence. Just like if somebody could break into your house, so you can probably admit that if they really wanted to do it, they could do it. But the question there is whether you still lock your doors at night. So that's basically what we're looking at, and it's about deterrence, and I think this is a good opportunity to look for that.